Hi guys, so you are going to start your virtual owl pellet lab today. And what that means is you are going to dissect a virtual owl pellet. And it's going to be so cool. It'd be a lot cooler if we were able to do it in the classroom, but it'll still be cool to do it online. So this is the paper that you will see on your Google Classroom today. And I know it looks like a lot. I promise it's really not that much because we're not going to do all of it. Okay, we're not going to do all of it today. You're going to do parts 1 and parts 2. So step 1 and step 2 is what we're going to do today. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. I'm only going to do videotape step 1 and step 2 today so we don't get very confused. I'm going to read through step 1 and step 2. I'm going to talk you through how to do it, how to get there, and we will start it together. And I will read through it with you. If you don't need me to read through it and you can get to the website perfectly fine, once I start it, you can click off the video and do it yourself. If you're having trouble getting to the website and it's not letting you, you can just continue to watch the video, listen to me read it to you, and fill out the page while I read it to you, okay? So virtual owl pellet dissection. It says, owls are incredible animals. Did you know nearly 200 different species exist? Owls are mostly active at night, where keen eyesight and silent flying allows them to capture prey unaware. Powerful talons and a razor-sharp beak ensure prey won't escape. Like most birds, owls swallow most of their food whole. Indigestible materials from prey are wrapped up in a slimy pellet that is regurgitated, usually within 15 hours of eating. By studying these pellets, scientists are provided a wealth of information about the diet of an owl, as well as migration patterns at different times of the year. So there's a few words that we might not know what they mean. So indigestible, that means that they can't digest it. That means that their stomach can't break it down to turn into things that they can use for energy. So they have to regurgitate it. And this is going to sound kind of gross, and we might not like to hear this, but that means that they throw it back up. It's kind of gross, I know. But so instead of their stomach breaking it down, what they do is they wrap it up in a slimy pellet and they throw it back up within 15 hours of eating it. They regurgitate it. So if you want to use a fancy word, next time you throw up, say, Mom, I just regurgitated. Your mom's going to look at you and say, you just did what now? And you could say, I threw up. So pretty cool. You can use a little fancy scientific word. So to begin the lab, you are going to go to the following website and answer the questions that follow. So when you begin this lab, you're going to click on this website right here, and it'll take you to this web page. And you see virtual owl pellet. You're not clicking on that. You see pellet information and then pellet directions. So we are going to follow steps 1 and 2, and I am going to split my screen so we can see both the owl pellet website and that. Let's see if we can do both. There we go. It's kind of weird now, but you can see both now. So you can see, I think you can see both. I don't know. Maybe on your screen you can't see both. I guess we'll have to see. I hope you can see both. But now it says step 1 is click the second link, pellet information. So you're going to click right there. And it says click what is a pellet. So we're going to click here. And you're going to have to answer the following questions. Describe an owl pellet. Do owls have teeth? How do most predator birds eat their prey? True or false, an owl slowly digests all material. I want you to think about that word. All material. All, everything. Besides the harder material, what else might be found in a pellet? So we're going to listen for those answers while I read this to you, okay? So I'm going to make my screen big again so you can see it. So what is a pellet? Okay, I'm going to read this to you. Bird pellets are the undigestible remains of a bird's diet. Owls, like many birds, eat their food whole. Since birds do not have teeth, they cannot chew their prey. They instead use their strong beaks to tear their food apart, and they swallow large portions whole. The owl then slowly digests the meat of their prey by separating the softer material, such as meat, from the harder material, usually bones. Keeping the important nutrients it needs, the owl then vomits the harder material along with material such as feathers and fur. So it's asking you to explain what a pellet is. Do owls have teeth? How do most predator birds eat their prey? True or false? An owl slowly digests all material. Besides the harder material, what else might be found in a pellet? Actually, pause the video, answer those questions. After you answer those questions, unpause the video, and we'll move on to step 2. So we're going to do step 2 as well. So step 2 says click on how do pellets form. So you're going to go right under what is a pellet. You click on how do pellets form. And the questions say list 5 animals owls might eat. After travel down the esophagus and through the proventriculus, it arrives in the blank. What 2 groups is the food separated into? Digestible food travels through the owl's blank. Where does the pellet go after it's formed in the gizzard? And while the owl regurgitates the pellet, it looks like the owl is having difficulty what? So let's go ahead and read everything here, which there is a lot to read. There's a few videos. So I'm either going to try and play the video for you and see if that works. And if it doesn't, I'm going to try and link the video on this Google post. So we'll see what happens. So catching the prey. Before an owl pellet can start to be formed, the owl must catch the prey. Owls are carnivorous and eat a wide variety of animals, including birds, moles, mice, rabbits, skunks, frogs, insects, and much more. Number 2, swallow the prey. Since owls do not have teeth, they can't chew their food. Therefore, they must swallow their food whole or in large chunks. Digestion. After the owl's meal, the food travels down the esophagus and then through the proventriculus, I think that's how you say that, before arriving in the gizzard. Once there, the meal is separated into 2 parts, digestible and undigestible. Digestible matter continues to pass through the owl's digestive tract. Undigestible material is formed into pellets that are then regurgitated. So it says click here to see an image of what this looks like. Oh, it cannot be reached. So I will get the image on my home computer because it's blocked on the school's network. So I will get the image on my home computer and I will upload it onto Google Classroom. So you can still see it. Holding the pellet. So after the gizzard has formed the pellet, it then pushes the pellet back up to the proventriculus. Here, the pellet is stored for several hours. Before the owl eats another meal, it must regurgitate the pellet inside the proventriculus, since this would block the next meal from going to the gizzard. Regurgitation. The final step for the owl is regurgitating the pellet. While the owl is regurgitating the pellet, it looks like it's having difficulty breathing. Once the pellet is ejected, the owl settles back into a comfortable position. So I want you to go back now and answer the questions that are on your lab form. And if you have any questions or having any trouble finding any of the answers, please let me know. You can join our Zoom call today from 11:30 to 12. You can also call me or email me, and I will get back to you. If you guys are having trouble reaching the website or answering any of the questions or seeing anything, please also let me know. That way I can maybe talk to the tech department and see if we can get the website unblocked. If it's blocked, I'm not sure. But just let me know and have fun and enjoy.